distinct linear factors. Okay. So, example, we have a problem here. So, kung papansinin nyo kasi, kung i-rewrite natin ang problem na to, di ba, pwede nating ihiwalay yung dx, ilagay natin siya dito, para mas ma-visualize natin yung mismong function natin. Now, as you can see, if we will let, kung magagamit tayo ng u substitution, kung kukunin natin na u yung denominator niya, which is x squared minus x minus 2. So, di ba, kailangan, para maging ln, kailangan yung nasa numerator, dapat differential siya ng denominator. But, as we can see here, so, pag nirerive natin yung denominator, du is equals to 2x minus 1. So, we cannot be able to put the desired du natin, may dx pa yan, times dx. The desired du, kasi mayroon tayong minus 1 dito. So, instead of using that, we will be using another method. So, may bagong method tayo na i-introduce, which is the partial fraction decomposition. So, anong ginagawa sa partial fraction decomposition? So, here, mayroon tayong tatlong cases. So, titingnan nyo yung denominator. So, sa case 1, under case 1, ito na yung repeated, distinct linear factors, in which ang denominator natin, each factor merong iba-ibang factor. For example, walang naulit. Since linear siya, pag pinag-factor out natin, for example, this one, this is under case 1. So, for example, this one, makikita natin na pag finactor natin itong denominator, so kunin muna natin ito. Dito muna tayo mag-focus sa problem natin. So, what will happen pag pinag-factor natin yan? So, from that, x over, anong factor nito? X squared minus 2. So, x times x. Okay, so since this is minus 2, dapat meron tayong minus 2 and plus 1. Kasi yan ang factors ng minus 2 natin. Since minus x yan, kaya dapat pag ang kalalabasan natin is minus x sa gitna. So, di ba ito yung factor niyan? Okay? So, ang gagawin natin is, kung ilan yung factor dito, distinct linear, since linear yan, kasi kung papansin niyo each factor, ito isang factor, ito another factor, naka-raise lang yan sa 1. Hindi na yan naka-raise sa 2. So, di ba? So, linear yan. And distinct sila kasi wala silang kaparehas. So, ang gagawin natin, each factor, bibigyan natin ng isang variable. So, as you can see, dalawang factor here, di ba? So, therefore, dito is ilalagay natin dito yung x minus 2. Dito naman yung x plus 1. And we will put capital letters A, B, and so on and so forth. Depende kung ilan yung distinct linear factor natin. So, di ba ganyan maggawa ng partial fraction? Now, ang gagawin natin next is to multiply lahat by the denominator nitong denominator ng original denominator natin here. So, we will multiply it by x minus 2 times x plus 1. So, itong denominator natin na ito, pag multiply dito, magka-cancel out sila, di ba? So, maka-cancel out yan. Anong may iwan na lang dito sa part ng equation? So, ang may iwan na lang dyan is x is equal to. Okay. So, next. Ito naman. Ito, distribute natin doon. So, pag ito, minultiply natin dyan, anong mangyayari? Anong maka-cancel lang? Ang maka-cancel lang is the x minus 2 kasi ito nasa denominator. Naka-cancel yung x minus 2. So, therefore, may iwan is yung a and multiplied by what? X plus 1 plus b. O, ano naman na-cancel? Di ba na-cancel naman yung x plus 1 na iwan naman is x minus 2. So, naiwan yung x minus 2 times b, which is b times x minus 2. Okay, so yan ang sunod na step. Now, paano naman natin hahanapin ang values ng a and b based from dito? So, next step is to look for values by assigning any possible values ng x. Basta ang rule, yung isa dito is magzi-0. Okay, magzi-0. Now, paano ito magiging 0? X minus 2. If we let x is equal to 2, diba? 2 to. 2 minus 2, 0. Therefore, magzi-0 yan, maka-cancel out. Okay? So, substitute natin. So, dito is x, therefore 2 yan. kasi we will let x equals to 2. Yan. Then, a times x. X to. Therefore, palitan natin ng 2 plus 1 plus b times x yan. 2 minus 2. We all know that 2 minus 2 is what? 0. So, naiwan na lang is 2 is equal to a times 2 plus 1 is 3. Therefore, a natin is equal to 2 over 3. So, may possible, may value na tayo ng a na ilalagay dito. Okay, next. Next is to assign another value kasi a pala ang nahanap. So, meron na tayong value nito. Ito, siniro natin kanina, kaya na-cancel yung b. Now, ang mangyayari, dapat ito naman ang isiro natin. Itong part na to, ang isiro natin para ma-cancel yung a. Now, ano ang counterpart ng plus 1? Siyempre, minus 1. Therefore, if we let x is equals to minus 1. Okay? So, if we let x is equals to minus 1, ano mangyayari? Substitute. Minus 1 is equal to a times x baga to. So, papalitan natin ng minus 1 plus 1 plus b times x to. So, minus 1 yan. Minus 2. So, minus 1 plus 1, this will become 0. So, ang may iwan na lang is b times minus 1 minus 2. O may negative 1 dyan is equal to b times minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 3. Okay, so dividing both sides by negative 3, b is equal to 1 over 3. Okay, so yan, nakuha natin yung another value natin nung a and b. Now, after makuha yung mga values na yan, isa-substitute natin siya dito. Kasi sabi natin, this part is equal to this part, which is also equal to this one. Therefore, we can say that this integral is also equal to what? A. What is A? 2/3 over x minus 2 plus, what is B? B is positive 1/3. So, positive 1/3 over x plus 1 dx. Now, we can now separate our integral, tas ilalabas natin yung constant. So, ang mangyayari, this will now become 2/3. Ilabas na natin yung mga constant na yan. So, this will now become 2/3 integral of dx over x minus 2 plus 1/3. Ilabas din natin 1/3 integral of dx over x plus 1. So, kung papansinin nyo, ito madali na to. By means of logarithmic na tong dalawang ito. So, therefore, this is now equal to 2/3 ln of x minus 2 plus 1/3 ln of x plus 1 plus c. Yan. Kaya pinag-transform natin yung original function para makuha natin siya into much simpler formula, which is logarithmic formula. Okay? So, yan ang first case natin or first scenario.